Hey guys, welcome back. This is Clayton53 Dam back here again with a what if Deku was an Azur Lane part 3. Um I don't have to say this. Sorry about school stuff and I couldn't upload, so yeah. Or I'm just lazy, but hey, everyone makes their own mistakes. Now, I'm going to take off where we left off, where Deku and his wives went through the portal. And if you don't remember who his wives are, they are Kaga, Akagi, Nagato, Queen Elizabeth, Bismarck, Enterprise, Belfast, Prince Teugen, and there was one more. I feel like there is. I guess there isn't. Or is there? Kaga, Akagi, Belfast, Prince Teugen, Nagato, Bismarck, Queen Elizabeth, and Enterprise. So yeah, I got them all down. All right, yeah. And last left off, they went through a portal and they just dropped into the middle of, I want to say, So, if I remember lastly, I said they left off like where it's only 2 months before the entrance exam. I'm gonna say the heroes versus villains. Like, no, not heroes versus villains. Basically, the USJ. So yeah. So All Might isn't there. Ida and Bakugo's finally coming into this. So, damn. First time I ever said his name in this what if. Bakugo and Todoroki are fighting. All of them are fighting. Froppy somehow got out with Mineta from using the boat, because a boat can float and move, so yeah. And they're all being pushed back into the corner by all the villains in the Nomu. While Zawa is beating up. Above the USJ, I want to say it's in front of the water fountain. No, it'd be actually in the lake, so yeah. Because all the villains would already be out of there because of Froppy and Mineta. So yeah. As Zuko and his wife come in, they hit the water, splashing it, and they don't know where they are. As Deku sees people fighting and thinks heroes and villains, as he sees I'm gonna say, because he is still a hero fan, he can still remember some of the heroes, so yeah. He remembers Bakugo from when he was a kid in his high school year, so yeah. I forgot where I left him off, so yeah, 11, something like that, or something. I forgot where I left off for Zuko whenever he went in there, so yeah. High school year, I think it was 17, then, yeah, 18, so yeah. As he dropped in, and there's Bakugo. And yeah, by this time, Izuku is 19, so yeah. So don't worry about it. Like, first year college, baby. We got that all down. As Izuku and his wives see wives, however you want to say it, I'm probably going to be saying a lot of times girls. As they see people trying to attack kids, as Izuku, and yes, they do still have their ships, so they're already in their ship forms because they were fighting in them. So yeah, as my bad. As Izuku tells his girls to hit the people trying to attack the kids, which are the Nomu and all those evil looking those villains. As they start launching torpedo bombers, and salvos at him, as it's starting to look like a war zone, as the Nomu gets hit by a bomber and instantly dies because it hit him directly on the head. Because number one, Germans have AP bombers, so of course that's gonna penetrate them. And I think if I remember this correctly, also Japanese have AP bombers. So yeah, well, I think it was both British and US have HE bombs. So yeah, getting hit by all four of those freaking sucks. As that's happening, they defeated all the villains. Hooray! Well, some of them might being dead, but as Sir Rocky says, unfair, and starts running at them. As he gets hit in the face by the carrier deck of Izuku, and gets knocked away. As Kirigiri takes Shigaraki back, saying, "Young master, we have to go." And they leave. As All Might and the rest of the heroes come in, Izuku steps onto the ground. And they can still walk on the ground with their ship form on, but it's a lot more weight on them. So they need to either get to sea or put their ship somewhere. As no, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So yeah. So where it's in the water, it weighs about 100 pounds. It'll weigh about 300 pounds on land. So, and they have practice with it a lot where they were from. So yeah. As All Might would come in, and the rest of the heroes, as they would see some people, and they would start helping out Aizawa and the rest of the kids that are injured. Then the heroes would come in. They'll see them helping out and carrying them up to the stairs, as they would ask where they came from, because they would still have that suspicion that they're villains, a part of the villain team. As everyone would say, "Well, we're from Japan, of course," or no, they would actually say they're from their own faction. So yeah, Enterprise would be from Eagle Union, Royal Navy, Iron Blood, and then Sakura Empire. As they never heard of any of these names, as the male of the group said, basically U.S., Britain, or UK, Germany, and Japan. I say, oh, well, what are your quirks? As technically, Deku doesn't have a quirk, and they don't have quirks either. As of course, his wives would say, "Oh, what's a quirk thing?" I said, "Then what? You don't know what a quirk is?" Says, "No, it's like a superpower." What's a superpower? As they said, "Okay, you guys really don't know what that is." As this, well, I'm technically quirkless. I was born in this world, but went to their world and have their type of powers. It says, "What is it?" So, as he says, it's basically a wisdom cube, and it's connected to ships. They are technically not even human. They have this human form to fight things called the Sirens. And I'll tell you this, they are very tough, a lot tougher than All Might. Because yes, you put All Might against a Siren, it's like, which one's gonna win? One has guns and one doesn't. Plus, they're made to fight machines, so yeah. I think it might kill All Might, so I don't know. It's 10 o'clock where I am, so yeah. As they would ask for their names, as they would all say out their names, as Azuka would say, yeah, their names are what you would find on a ship here. So, as they'd say, what are you talking about? Says, my name is Azuka Midoriya, and Bakugo would, instantly hear Izuku Midoriya and think of Deku, as he would rush over with explosions in his hand. As Midoriya would look at him and say, Iron Blood BB, or no, Iron Blood Battleship, as 4 guns would come out and point right at Bakugo straight in the face, as he would back away, as Deku would put them away, as he said, I was the missing kid, if I'm guessing correctly. I'd guess a year and a half ago. Yeah, a year or two ago. So, I was sent to their world and helped fight the sirens with them. As they all nod in agreement. As they say, so about the name thing, Mr. Midoriya, what are you talking about connected to ships as this? In the computer, type in Enterprise. As they would type in Enterprise and find the Enterprise carrier. It says, well, yes, that's her or her ship that she is. She is technically that ship in one. And I'm with my ships as well. As said, you mean them or I have my own ships, and they only have one. I'm a special case. I was given a golden cube that went into my body. So technically, I don't even think I'm human anymore, but yes, he is not human anymore, but he still can produce, like reproduce, like, sex and stuff like that, but, this will be 18 plus, yeah, things like that. Sorry I didn't say it at, like, the beginning of the video, like 11 minutes in, so sorry. As the UA teachers would just say, would you like to be heroes? As Azuka would say, yes, we would like to be heroes. As he tells girls, like, heroes and villains, and teach them all stuff about this world. As they would also ask for one more thing. To be in, I want to say, the U.S., no, I guess be in the Japanese Navy as well. As, like, their own division of, and yes, a division is what you call, is a division, like, the 1st Airborne Division, I think it's like that. The carrier fleet. Yeah, I think it's called fleet. Yeah, so yeah, they would ask to be in their own type of fleet, as he would say we would be in the Special Forces fleet, because they would be operating under their own control over their ships. As Nessa said, sure, we would add you to Class 1A, because even though, like, you can even say, oh, Prince Huygen's a cruiser, that shouldn't be that good. Think of pointing a gun the size of your head, plus bigger, like double times the size of your head, and aim that shit right at All Might and fire. You are going to kill All Might in a single shot. Doesn't matter where you hit him, it is going to kill. Same thing with bombers, but those are different. So yeah. As he would, as before Zuku and his girls went, he would ask Nezu, do you have a place where we can store our ships? It says, well, what are you talking about? It says, keeping our forms like this is easy, yes, but we weigh over 300 pounds, and we'll probably break the school ground if we go onto other floors. As they're having a talk on the 1st floor, because they didn't want to go up to his office. They would have it out on the 1st floor, because they weigh so much. No, technically it wouldn't be 300. It'd be like over, like, I guess it'd be over 500 tons. Because, yeah, over 5. No, they would not weigh that goddamn much. But Izuku would. Izuku would weigh, no, not even over 500, over 1,000 tons in weight. From all his ships on him. All his ships on him, he weighs over 1,000 tons. For them, they weigh over at least 100. Each one weighs over 100 tons, while Zuko's ships weigh at least 200 tons each. It says, oh, well, that doesn't add up. Well, I said over 1,000 tons, so I don't want to count. So, oh, actually, no, it'd be 8,000 tons. So, yeah, my bad. My bad. So, as I said, so you guys actually have your ships on you? It says, well, yes. If you give us a place to put them, we could, or dock them in this case. I'd be very grateful because I'm holding on to all my ships right now, and I could easily break a stair with a single step because they can handle this weight easily, but the school cannot handle over 8,000 tons. I says, as Neza says, well, how much do you weigh right now? Says, well, in our right now, as he points at the girls, they weigh at least over 100 tons. I says, hey, don't judge by our weight. I says, not by your weight. You all don't look you weigh that way, but it's your ships that's holding you down to the ground. You guys probably in our normal forms we weigh between the highest one being 100, no, 107, no, 160, and the lowest being 90. Because yes, people are that damn thin. As no, Zuko would actually have muscle on him, so yeah, it'd be the lowest being 100 and the highest being 200. My bad. Um, and it says, well, Mr. Midoriya, uh, or Izuku Midoriya, how much do you weigh? I says, I'm all my ships on me, so at least over 8,000 tons, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I weigh over 8,000 tons. As they're in complete shock, as he says, you can't weigh that much with that many ships. As Azuka says, well, how much can All Might pick up? As All Might says, I can pick up at least I'm gonna say not 400 because that's way too much. 5 tons because that's five elements, five elephants. So I guess 10 tons. So as Azuka would say, well, try to pick one of us up. As he would try to say as the girls would say, Commander or Honey, darling, and all that stuff. As says, well, which one of us do you want to pick up? As they would be asking Zuko to choose one of them, so All Might could pick them up. As he'd say, how about Nagato? Because they would say, well, why her? As he says, well, think about it. She's the smallest one out of the group all here. So saying she's over 100 tons would be ridiculous. So if they pick her up, they will know we all way over that. As um All Might looked at her and says, well, young one, I guess I'll try to pick you up. As he puts both his arms, like right under her arms and tries to pick her up, but he can't. And it's, like, really hard. Like, he's having to go 100%. And he tries to pick up one leg. He just says, screw it. As he grabs her by her leg and uses both his hands to at least pick her up by that. As he picks up one, as her leg lifts up, and not that much at all. Like, it's off the ground, but not that much high in the air. As her leg would drop back down to the ground and make a tiny crater. I'm talking, it's pretty big, but it's like a medium size ish. Not big, big, but I guess small. As All Might would be just winded from seeing how small she is to how much she is actually weighing. As of course, they would try to look and see if they actually are human, as they would not find anything about any of them human anymore. As they would also check human, and he's not even human anymore. As they just see like light and stuff like that. And they would all be enrolled into Class 1A. Now, I'm gonna head to the sports festival. As no, I'm not even gonna hit that yet. So yeah, no. Um, they would Nezu would agree to add in ports for them to keep their ships, cause yeah, because those are like freaking huge ass ships. So yeah, Nezu would use the ocean, cause god damn it, cause they live near an ocean. So yeah, as he would get started on work for the new ports, as he asked how many ports they'll need, as he says at least 16 port. No, 16 to 18 ports. Cause yeah, cause he can still summon people from the other world. Like he can ask. Yeah, he can technically go through the dimensions if he can like pull people into his dimension to help him out. Says, oh well, that's his quirk. No, he doesn't have a quirk. God damn it. He could just do that because he's freaking overpowered. So yeah, but the weight comes into problems. Like he can still get picked up by his aircraft carriers, yeah, by his aircraft when he's in his aircraft carrier mode or his all form. But like simply being on the ground, no, because even I see. So yeah, they wouldn't even have the weight. No, I'm just gonna add that in. Just more as in like they can get upstairs, but they can still get on their own planes and yeah. Okay, I'll still have that in. So yeah, I'm fine on that one. So yeah. Because of course they can be on wood and it won't break, but it has to be wood from their world, not here. As Deku and his wives would be waiting on the port and stuff like that. As they would finish up in about a week. As they would release all their ships in there. As Nezu was watching this, as seeing all the parts of that was with them go out onto the into the seaports, as he sees like old German flags and old, yeah, I guess it'd be like like crosses, Sakura and stuff like that. Seeing that it's like old, thinking it's like World War II stuff, thinking, oh, so you guys were not that old, you were like behind us. It says, well, behind is a little understatement. They're more in front than behind because they were having to fight even after the war. Like the war for Europe stopped and all people died out. Well, they survived and kept on fighting the sirens. As sorry, but about my voice and stuff like that. Um, how much longer do I have until? Yeah, I might stop soon. As they would all go lay down. As of course the commander would have, as they would already add in like their own type of house. As Zuko, the commander or husband, would have to either A, sleep with all of them, or B, sleep by himself. As the girls want to sleep with him, and he doesn't want to be piled on, but he knows if he doesn't deliver their wishes, he will be yelled at by his own guilt and consciousness, as he would allow it, and they would all sleep together. Now, sorry for this shorter what if, but I'm kind of tired, so subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and bye.